Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this tutorial is on this Valentine's Day makeup look right here. It's a really pretty sparkly pink, just glam Valentine's Day look. I really hope you guys like it. I know I sure love it. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do upload every Monday and Thursday. Also, you can follow me on all my social media that I will link down below for you guys, because when I'm not on YouTube, I'm most likely on there. I hope you guys all have an amazing, awesome Valentine's Day. Whether you're single or not, you can still do a really pretty makeup look. Who cares? You don't have to have somebody. Anyways, without further ado, let's just hop right into this really sparkly pink Valentine's Day makeup tutorial. Hey guys, so I'm starting out by priming my eyes with my Maybelline Better Skin Concealer in the shade Ivory. And then I'm just blending that out with my Beauty Blender, and then I'm going to set it with some translucent powder so that way it's not tacky and everything blends smoothly. Then taking my ABH Modern Renaissance palette, I'm taking the shade Golden Ochre and just buffing this into my crease with my Sigma. I think this one's the E40. Then taking the shade Raw Sienna, I'm just going to go right over top of that to warm it up a little bit. If you can see, I'm starting to create kind of like a V on the outer corner of my eye, just so everything looks nice and perfect. I don't want my edges to be too harsh, but I also want them like nice and clean, if that makes sense. Then I'm just going to do the same thing with Burnt Orange. Layering the eyeshadows like this is just going to make it look nice and buffed out and like not see-through at all. So, I mean, it's not really necessary. It's just it's like taking the extra step to make it look better. And then I'm going in with the shade, what shade was it? Venetian Red, that's what it was. Taking Venetian Red, I'm just going to buff this into my crease a little bit lower and start really creating that pink smoky effect. I'm going to really make sure I create that like V shape on the outer corner of my eye with this shadow, as this is going to be our main shadow. We're just going to keep building it up and building it up. Just keep building, just keep building. I apologize if I sound tired. It's because I am. It's actually very early for me right now. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning when I'm filming this voiceover so I can get it up before I go to class. So I apologize if my voice is a little bit raspy. Now I'm just taking the brush that I used for Burnt Orange, and I'm just running that right over top of everything just to make sure we really keep those orange tones in there. And then I'm taking the shade Red Ochre and just going right over top of that Venetian Red. I'm not going to put too much of this down, just to really make it more like red and deepen it up a little bit. Same thing here, I'm just going right over top of everything with that brush, and then I'm taking my Carli Bybel palette. This is the lightest face highlighting shade in the palette. It's got a really pretty pink undertone. I'm taking this on my finger and patting this all over my eyelid actually. This is going to create a really nice base for the pink glitter. And then I'm taking my Too Faced glitter glue on a little brush and just patting this all over my lid exactly where I want the glitter to lay. Now for the exciting part, I'm taking the NYX Glitter Brilliant Sparkles. These are the pink ones, and I'm patting that all over my eye, everywhere I put the Too Faced glitter glue. This is so pretty. I love these pink sparkles. These were actually the first time I've used the pink shade, and I love it. This step isn't really necessary. I'm taking the shade Love Letter and I'm just buffing that all around the sparkles just to bring like more pink tones back into the look. And then I'm taking the Eyelure Luxe lashes in the style Opulent. Before I put those on, I'm just popping on some mascara and then popping on the lashes. These ones are really pretty, like wispy. They don't really have a lot of volume to them, but they're really flirty. Now that we have these sparkles and lashes on, it's time to move on to the face. To prime my face, I'm using the Too Faced Hangover RX primer and just rubbing this all around my face. And then for foundation, I'm actually mixing two. I'm mixing the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation and the Makeup Forever HD. I am the shade Sand Beige in the Milani one, which is actually really dark for me right now. And then I'm in the shade Y235 for the Makeup Forever one, which is too light for me right now, so I mixed the two. For concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer in the shade Ivory, and it's a little light for me right now, but we just gotta roll with it. I need to buy a darker concealer. All my concealers are like in the shade Fair or Ivory. And I'm just putting this all the usual places to highlight and conceal, like under my eyes, on my forehead, down my nose, on my cupid's bow, and on my chin. And then I'm blending that out with my damp beauty blender. And then really quick, before I forget, I have to quickly highlight my brow bone because I always forget this step and I just remembered. So I'm taking the shade Tempera from the Anastasia palette and just running this all along my brow bone to highlight it. And then you want to really make sure to take the fluffy end of the brush and buff everything together so that way you don't have that like straight line between light and dark. And then I'm taking the NYX HD finishing powder in the shade Banana and setting all the places that I put the concealer. To set the rest of my face, I'm using the Bare Minerals Bare Pro powder in the shade Golden Nude 13, and this powder is amazing. I just recently got this and it adds so much coverage and it just makes the look so flawless, and you don't get that like cakey powdery look with this powder. It's amazing. To contour my face, I'm using the Tartiest Contour palette, and I'm taking the dark shade, which that has never happened to me before. It looked so bad when I first applied it. It just applied so dark and patchy, and I tried to blend it out. So I just moved on to the other side for now, and the other side turned out really good. I do not know why that one side came off so patchy. I don't know. So I tried to do some damage control, and I took the light shade from the palette and I'm taking a fluffier brush and just trying to like buff it out and blend it out. And I mean, it helped a little bit, but that one dark spot would not go away. So I'm using the light shade just to bronze the rest of my face, like on my forehead, and just, yeah, like a bronzer. For blush, I'm using a new one. This is the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Rose d'Oro. And this is so pretty. It's a really pretty, like, pinky brown blush. It's really pretty. And then for highlight, I'm using the highlighting shade in the Carli Bybel palette that I used on the lid, that really pinky highlight. And I'm just applying this on my cheekbones, on my nose, on my cupid's bow, you know, all the places. And then I'm going to move on to the eyes and the brows. To set my brows, I'm using this NYX Brow Gel in the shade Brunette. My brows are already filled in. I did that before the video, but I am just going to go ahead and set them, and I'm just going to brush them up and out for that really pretty feathery look. And then to align my waterline, I'm using this NYX eyeliner, and if you can see that lighting, I was so frustrated. It just turns green whenever I use like a bronzy like shade. It just turns green. If anyone knows how to fix that, just let me know, please. But I'm just taking the shade Burnt Orange and Red Ochre and just running that along my lash line. Oh, and by the way, the eyeliner was in the shade Golden Slate, I forgot to mention. And then I didn't really like that shade on my waterline, so I'm taking this Marc Jacobs eyeliner in the shade, this is the Highliner in the shade Blaquer. Next, taking my itty bitty Urban Decay Perversion mascara, I am just popping that on my lower lash line. And then I am popping that same highlighting shade from the Carli Bybel palette into my inner corners for a really pretty pink highlight. This is really going to make my eyes look more awake and fresh. And then moving on to the lips, and then we're done. For lip liner, I'm taking the ColourPop lip liner in the shade BFF and lining my lips. It needed sharpened so bad. I was like scraping my lips. That's like ultimate laziness. And then I'm taking the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Wayho, and this is like a really pretty brownish nude. You can definitely use a pink if you wanted, but I figured like a more brown lip would look pretty so it wasn't like too pink, you know. I didn't want it to take away from the eyes. And that is the completed look. I hope you guys loved this makeup tutorial. It was so fun and pretty to make. I hope you guys have an amazing Valentine's Day. I love you all so much. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.